Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You've seen, and seeing is believing. Your ears and your eyes be bleeding. Please check to see if you're still breathing. Hold tight because the show is not over. Please do, move in closer. You're about to be bowled over by the wonders you're about to behold here. Welcome everybody to episode 72 of Locking It Down with Lucy. I totally forgot that it was 8 o'clock. It was very quick that 8 o'clock came, and I had a vision of JR saying to me, "We're live, pal," and I just had to go with it and press the old button to make myself be here. So hello, how are we doing everybody? Let us do today's poll before we get into things, so you can all get, I'm sure you're all very excited to find out what the poll is, because the show today is going to primarily revolve around Mass Effect, because it is affecting my existence. So I was thinking, everybody, out of the things, aliens and stuff, what do you think is more likely to exist? Aliens or ghosts? Because if I could vote in the poll, I don't want to sway the public opinion, so maybe I should keep my views reserved till the end. But I think it's an interesting thing. Like, one day, I would hope that one of these things, I don't know how many times, like how long in the years that we will exist as humanity, we will find out the truth. Like, will we find evidence that there is an alien life form, or will ghosts be a real thing? Like, what's the thing that's going to happen sooner? Because, well, like I said, I don't want to taint the results, but one of them I think is a given, and the other one I'm like, not feeling. Also, are there any video games about ghosts? I was trying to think about this, and the only one I could think of was Beyond Two Souls, which is kind of like a ghostly entity. Is it Aiden? Yeah, because I think it was funny, because at the time that game came out, there was two games. There was Watch Dogs, which had Aiden, and then there was Beyond Two Souls, which had Aiden. So that was quite funny to have both characters with a similar name, but you pronounced it differently. But are there any games about ghosts, like in terms like Mass Effect? I don't know, did not David Okora ever bring out a Ghost Hunter game that was paid for by whoever? Sponsored by, what's my jug? Ghost of Tsushima, no, I don't count. Murder Soul Suspect. What would a game about ghosts be like? What would you do? I guess you'd be a Ghostbuster, I suppose. Is there a Ghostbusters game? Probably not, I don't know. Hello everybody. Let's say hello to people and then we'll think about this more. So we got the chat, we got Charlie, hello, we got Jose, we got Randy, we got Vault Boy Steve, hello, we got Pashi Sunny. I always get that wrong, I'm so sorry. Callum Hunter, hey, we got Chris J, we got Robert War, hello, so great to see all of your friendly faces. We got Jazz D, we got Terrence, got Jamie, Vault Boy Steve on the mod work, we got Luke, Pixel, hello, Terrence, hi, Sean Slater, hello, Fabio, hey, it's good to see all your avatars on my left, because you can't spell left and right without Lucy Reed, ladies and gentlemen, never forget. That's how. And also for me, it doesn't really work for you, but for me, Lucy Reed, well, you can only have an L on this side, so then that's got to be the R, I suppose. That's not an R. That's an R. But for you guys, it has to be that way. There. Wait. Oh my god. This is difficult. Oh, I've made it! That's my double hand signal. Lucy. Oh my god, it's hard because this is backwards, so I don't know which hand is which. There we go, my initials in my hands. My initials are in my hands. You get the idea. You get the idea with that. We got Dusty, hello. We got Michael, hi. Oh, what was the ghost game where the camera back in the day on the PS2 scared the hell out of me as a kid? Oh, what is? Oh no, that. Like, let's pretend like Mass Effect ghosts are real and everybody just knows that they exist. I don't know, what's the game about? I don't know, because are ghosts ever friendly other than Casper? It's a very interesting concept. But yeah, we'll see. Let's have a quick look. The early polls are in, everybody. Early polls are saying 71% say that aliens are more likely to exist, and ghosts 30%. No one thinks neither, which is, I put that there in case someone just doesn't really know what they want to say. You've got to always have a third option for people. What is the fatal frame? That's me. Oh god, I've done it again. Hands are hard when they're backwards, So yeah, what have we got coming up on the show today? That's it. What's it? Someone's talking about something I don't know. Drake equation for aliens. Yeah, when are aliens going to show up on Uncharted? That's what we need next. So we got today's show, obviously it's happening. Highlights and lowlights of the week. We have a clip of the week. Also, I did some journalistic investigation, everybody. I chatted some children. Don't worry, they were children that I know. I am related to them. And found out, what are the kids playing today? Unfortunately, they aren't on camera to speak for themselves. Maybe I'll ask them one time. I did feel a bit weird, but like, hey, come speak. But we will touch in with the youth of today and see what they're up to. Of course, I'm going to talk about Mass Effect 1. I finished the game. I'm going to review it and the trophy list because I got the platinum. And then we will see what happened to the show. I might roast myself with an old video because that's just who I am this week. Oh, Fatal Frame is the game of ghosts, Lucy. I've never heard of this game, Fatal Frame. Interesting. Do we need more ghost games? Maybe. Ghosts are underrepresented in the video game society communion, I'm sure. Short answer, Fortnite. Well, I'm not going to spoil what the kids are saying. So yeah, and I'm also going to try, everybody. I got a comment last week about maybe putting timestamps into the show, so I'm going to try and do that if I'm not too incredibly lazy. Because, I don't know, I have segments of the show, but when I start and end them, God knows. So yeah, let's start with a few bits of check-in. Thank you, everybody, for dropping in. Oh, buffering every day. I'm buffering. Who's using the internet in my house? God damn them. Well, I'll just have to hope for the best. Buffering like crazy. Uh-oh, we haven't had this in a while. I am using the old... Do you know what it might be? There's a storm brewing, Harry, and she's a good un. Yeah, it is very windy out. So does the wind affect the Wi-Fi? Me no. Who knows what... Oh, Jazzy is saying it's fine now. Thank you for letting me know. So, let's jump into... Oh, yeah, of course, I want to say thank you to everybody who joined in the Resident Evil 4 Let's Play on... You got Hagrid problems, I do. Get Owen off the hub. Yes, that was interesting where we went with Ashley. So far, I was like this on the game, and now I've dropped down. The graph of enjoyment is doing this on Resident Evil 4. Hopefully, it can go back up. It did. So it went like this, then it went back up. So we're on the up. There was also exciting news, perhaps maybe. I have bought tickets to go to EGX London on the 10th of October. So if you're going to be at EGX, I will also be there. So come by and say hi, give us a wave, because I found out that at EGX there's going to be a Fortnite. No, not Fortnite. Get Fortnite out of the brain. Blah. There's going to be a Fall Guys, Fall Mountain. That's what it's called, right? In real life. And I saw that, I heard about it, and I was straight on the phone to Beth, and I was just like, Beth, we have to go to this because Fall Guys is our game. So Beth has agreed, so myself, Beth and Chris will be going, and hopefully we will get some Fall Mountain action, and hopefully I will beat them like I always do. I'm waiting for Beth to watch this on the repeat and be like, I've just seen you slag me off on the internet. No, it's not. Go, oh no, she beat us again, because he always would say that, and I was just like, meh. So that's going to be exciting. I don't know who else. Is anyone else going to go to EGX? Has anyone else ever been to EGX? I've been a grand total of ages ago when it was at Earl's Court, and Uncharted 3 was there, and I remember playing multiplayer, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, everybody, but toot de-loot, I was pretty good at the multiplayer back in the day. I used to have those reflexes. I was, young, fit. Where did it all go? And so I'd been playing the beta a lot because I had a friend give me the Subway code, because remember when Nathan Drake was high on Subway? So I used to play it a lot before it had come out. So I went to the old EGX booth and I was like, yeah, I'm going to play some of that Uncharted multiplayer. Wiped the floor with them all. And I was like, So yeah, that was like 2011. And then I went in. What is EGX? It is the Expo game something or other, basically a bunch of video games. It's like a Comic-Con thing, but it's based on just video games, and you go and play them. PlayStation is there, Xbox is there, Nintendo is there, indie games are there, as well as things to be sold. There's who was asking that? Terrence. I have a vlog of when I went to EGX in 2019 on the channel, so that will answer all your questions. Go check that out, and then you'll know what EGX is. But it's in London. Eurogamer Expo. Thank you. There's an ocean in the way, otherwise I would go there and destroy everyone on the mountain, says Chris J. Well, unconfirmed, we can't really. Oh no, this is kind of unwatchable with the freezing and no audio at points. I don't know what to do about it. I have a feeling that many people in my house may be using the internet if that's the case, and I don't have the authority to tell everybody to get off the internet, sadly, as much as I would like to. Sound keeps cutting off. I wonder if that's the microphone or if it is indeed the internet. So hopefully... Oh, well, thank you, Daniel. That's kind of you to say. I'm not going to touch any of the technical beans. But first, I'm parched, everybody. So I'm going to have a drink. So what am I drinking? Well, inspired by some of our previous conversations on the channel, I've brought to you some Iron Brew. We haven't had Iron Brew on the show before. Went out specially today to Tesco's to get it. What are our thoughts on Iron Brew, everybody? Of course, I don't know if Iron Brew comes in cans. It seems to only come in bottles. So let's crack this open. I haven't had this in forever. Okay, that's good. Maybe it's Oh, it smells. That is a pungent smell. I'm just afraid that it's going to just destroy me. Ooh, it's a live one. Let's have a go. That's what we like to do here. We like to drink a lot of things, and it's orange. Oh no! Why did that happen? I've just had to soak it up with my jeans. There is literally no liquid in that. Look at that. And that fizzed up so much. That's gone all over myself and the floor. I look like I've wet myself. God. I can't believe that happened. Very annoyed. Bad drink. Oh, well, let's try it. It only took 72 episodes to have a spillage. Ah, yes. There's been a spillage. If anyone knows where that's from. Well, I like it. I think this is good. I love Iron Brew Strowman advert, says Joe Victor. Very good, Joe. This is nice. I can't tell you what the taste is, though. It's like orange. Orange and something else. Something else chemically. What is in this? I don't know. It's got a lot of stuff in it. Some caffeine. Well, that would be very sticky. Oh boy. I'm going to have to clean up on aisle L. Oh, man. That is all over the floor. Look at this. I'm just... Look! Wet! Wetness everywhere. Ugh! Oh, now it's just my jeans. That really does look... That does look bad, doesn't it? Oh no. I had to save as much of the floor as I could, to be honest. Well, that was fun. So, jeez. Thank God I wasn't wearing my pyjamas. Sometimes I am quite lazy and I don't get out of my pyjamas. But this time I have. Now oh man, and I showered. God damn it. Right, so let's move on. Let's move on. Having a Lubruski. God, I'm so damp. So let's go to the highlights and lowlights of the week, everybody. My lowlight right now is Iron Brew on my pants. Not good. Not a good look. Iron Brew on my lovely rug that I bought off of Bethany. Yeah, I need to watch that back because I literally looked down and looked up for a second because I wanted to see if you could see what colour it was, and it was like yes, it is a weird episode today, isn't it? Well, when is it not a weird episode, Jory? It's, it always sort of goes a bit off the rails eventually. So let's start with highlights and lowlights of the week. So my lowlight of the week is just, again, the darkness, the impending darkness. I'm not ready. Don't take me. Don't go gently into that dark night, Lucy. Oh, the summer, it came and it went. I'm so sad. Like, I literally come home now and it's dark. Darkness has engulfed all the light in my life, and it's hard to escape when there's no place left for. And I can't sing too much more of it, you'll probably know. So yeah, that sucks, and it's very cold and chilly as well. I'm having to wear a jacket and a hoodie, it is very sticky. I'm so sticky. So nothing really to report on. Like, the office has been so empty. I have, like, no one to talk to. Wah, wah, wah. I tried talking to that other guy, but I don't know if he wants to talk to me. But you know what? I'm a conversational person. But yeah, I don't think he's having any of it, sadly for me. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, Let's see. That's weird. That hasn't happened in ages, the cable issue. I haven't actually got a new cable. Let's move this around. Is this better? That is curious, because I was thinking about the cable issue earlier today, that it hadn't really affected us for a long time. So yeah. Mic cuts out when you knock the desk. Interesting. Let's see. Has it gone forever? Well, it makes it more interesting then, because then you have to just fill in the pieces, you know. Read between the lines! Read between the lines! So everyone missed my epic song of darkness. I thought you said you were a night person. I used to be, but it's just kind of sad. Like, it just gets dark too soon, and then it feels like the day's already over. Whap, whap, whap. You'll get an extra hour in a month's time. Yeah, I can't believe it's the end of the month already. It's October next week. But thankfully, I have some things already lined up in the October calendar. Hopefully tick off a few more of my post-lockdown things, so that'll be good. Let's read some of your highlights and lowlights of the week. So Jazz D says, highlight, I went down to London for my uncle's wedding, which was fun. Yay, weddings! Unlucky 13 says, lowlight, I literally dreamed about work last night and I was getting yelled at for a project. I haven't missed one yet in real life. I hate when you dream about work, because it feels like you never took a break from work. If you go home and then sleep about work, and then you go to work, it's like, Robert Wall's happy about October because it'll be their birthday. Nice. Travel entices first day with my heating on today. It was very cold. Oh my god, yeah, I don't want to put my heating on. Not that I'm in control of the heating, to be honest. Jamie5310 says, highlight was I saw Bring Me the Horizon live at the O2 in London this past Sunday. What was the best song they sung? And then Lola was immediately after the show. I got tonsillitis and I've been out all week. Damn. That's crazy. Dusty says lowlight was Pitch Black Mornings, a dodgy work mouse. Highlight was Got the Last Campfire shining. Congrats. And the Murray Gold playlist. Glad that was able to help you out. Yeah, October is tomorrow. There was something I was thinking about based on what someone just said. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm going to find it hard in the mornings. Like, when I'm waking up in the morning, it's like, oh, it looks so horrible. I don't want to leave. But I know it's for the best, whereas before you had to. First day wearing a jumper at work since March, says Robert. Well, funny you should say that. I went to H&M the other day to look for a coat, but there weren't any coats. Not that I could find. They were all like dotted about. But I did see a jumper, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should buy like a bit more of a grown-up jumper for work. And I saw it. This other woman came and started eyeing it up. I just snatched it off the thing. I was like, no, I'm having it, miss. So it's smaller than my normal size, but you know what? It was the only one there, and I wanted it, so I bought it. So we'll have to see. I'll have to see if it actually fits and if it's my style. But you know, I didn't want to run the risk of someone else taking the jumper, and then I would be sleepless at night being like, but what if I had bought the jumper? Think of all the presentations I could give with this jumper. Maybe people would respect me with this jumper. So we'll never know. Let's see. Jose says highlight was going to Florida Keys this past weekend. Cool, that sounds good. M says I'm over here wondering how the hell we got to October already. I know, it's crazy how fast this has gone. So let's see, what are my highlights of the week? Yesterday I went to have Japes, which is like this really amazing deep pan pizza. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so cheesy. You eat it and the cheese all comes up, but it's also like man versus food. I was meant to film some of it yesterday, but I was having so much Japes with the people I went with that I totally forgot. But do you remember that Man vs. Food? Hi, I'm Adam something, and this is Man vs. Food. I'm at Chicago's famous wing place, and we're gonna take on their spicy wing challenge. And you'd also do mad things like food marathons where you had to like run and then you had to eat something at a food station, then run the next time. That sounded ridiculous. The pit for the happy song was nearly as big as the standing section. Nice, that sounds cool. That's Jamie in reference to his Bring Me the Horizon. Pizza is always the highlight. I know, right? I've had pizza 2 days in a row now. Yeah, he did have to retire. And he got really like fit as well afterwards. I still watch on YouTube. I don't know, it was a classic show, wasn't it? I used to watch it at my grandma's. Oh, Bjorn is piping in on the old poll. Ghosts are the movement of aliens that hide in the vibrational field we can't experience. What a quote that is. I love that. Ghosts are the movement of aliens that hide in a vibrational field we can't experience. So you're saying they're one and the same thing? The aliens are ghosts, but because they're just a different... this is a great Doctor Who idea for a monster. Actually, I think they already did that, to be honest. I think there was an episode where there was a ghost, there was a ghost, but the ghost wasn't actually a ghost. It was just a woman trapped in the future, and it made it seem like there was a ghost. Wouldn't that make ghosts dimensional aliens? Much like the boneless pizza. Oh, the pizza was deep pan dish. So imagine like it was deep and it was in, and you pulled it out, and there was so much to it. I couldn't really finish it, but I went for a spicy picante. God, it was good. In other news, I finally got the contract through to my flat. Whoop 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 whoop. So I have to read a buttload of paper. It's like this thick. So that'll be me at the weekend with my glasses on, reading through contracts, making sure the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and that I sign everything, and make sure I don't, misread anything. It's like, so how much is the flat? It costs all your money. Well, it pretty much does, but, whoa! Or how in Hyde they thought the creature was a ghost. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about Hyde. But of course, Joe Victor coming in with what is my main highlight of the week. You know me. It is, did you hear Russell T Davies is coming back to Doctor Who? I can't wait to start watching again. Main highlight of the week, 100%. Russell T Davies, I love this man. I'm very excited about this news. Mainly because, not just because it was my favourite era of Doctor Who. I thought that Stephen Moffat did also a great job and carried on. Like, that whole Russell T Davies to Stephen Moffat handover felt like, it was the same guy almost. Apart from the fact that the show shifted. I feel like Russell T Davies, his version of Doctor Who, centred more around the companion viewing the Doctor, and it was more, I guess, Earth-based. Whereas Russell T Davies' Doctor Who was more the Doctor's point of view and seeing him experience the world, and it was very off-world, alien, and planet orientated. They barely spent any time on Earth in the Stephen Moffat era. But yes, I am excited. I just love Russell T Davies because I love his passion for the show, because he is like such a fan. I used to listen to all of the DVD commentaries, all the podcasts, and whenever, like, normally I only would listen to the actors. Like, I want to hear what David Tennant says about it, I want to hear what Billie Piper says, but I started to get really into what Russell T Davies, because they would like pair them up. It'd be like Russell T Davies and David Tennant and producer Phil Collinson, and their whole team of Russell, Julie and Phil, they were the best, and they properly loved Doctor Who. They would like be watching the episode going, oh, hurrah, oh, isn't it lovely, oh, I love a bit of ham and cheese in my Doctor Who, and I was like, these guys, so I'm looking forward to those good days coming back, and just being a fan of all like the cast and everything. I guess the other reason I got really into them was because they used to be Doctor Who Confidential, where you would see the behind the scenes, and they would obviously be talking about, oh, well, we had this idea for the show, and this is how we're making it, so you would get to know all the people that worked on the show, as well as the actors. So I'm curious to see what he does, because Rusty Davies, he doesn't write trash. I mean, some people, that's the funny thing, some people don't like his stuff, but now they're all of a sudden like, woo! But he's written some good things. Not that I've watched his other shows, but I did watch a show that he made called Years and Years, which was kind of like following this family as time went on, but big technological, like, advances happened, or world-changing events. So I think in the first episode, you meet this family, and they're pretty standard. There's like the mum and the dad and the kids, but then there's the grandparents and the aunts and the uncles sort of thing, and they all get together, and then some big sort of thing happens at the end. I don't want to spoil it too much in case you want to watch it. It's called Years and Years, but a big thing that changes the world happens at the end of the first episode, and then you fast forward to like 5 years later, and how that event has changed all of these characters' lives, how it's changed the world. And then it's not like every episode something big happens, but big things do tend to happen either to the people or the world, and then it fast forwards again, like another time jump, and you like get a brief sort of overview of what everyone's up to. And I thought the interesting part of that was how the technology, how he foresaw technology potentially advancing. Like, there was one character who was very much into this like technology being fused with humans, and the parents were very wary, as parents would be, of the daughter's like love of wanting to do this and getting stuff put inside her, like technological wise. Like, she would take a phone call in her hand and stuff, and the end got really weird, because I remember I watched the last episode when I came back from America, so I was like hella jet lagged, and I remember saying to my sister, like, I need to stay awake, so just nudge me every time I wake up, every time I fall asleep even, not nudge me every time I wake up. But she didn't, so I missed the ending, and I sort of was falling in and out of it, and it sort of went weird. But it has some great actors in it. BBC Three is still a TV channel. I don't know. I have just been rambling on about this TV show for quite some time and not actually taking any disregard of what the chat is saying or if they care at all about the show. But I would recommend it. So I'm interested to see what Rossi is going to do. If I'm going to have to say a concern, I am curious of, like, where does he go from here? Like, like, because normally you might have run out of ideas, maybe. I'm not sure. So will it feel like recycled stuff? Will it feel like the Doctor Who we knew and loved? Because the past series was very weird. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it really felt like Doctor Who. We'll see what this next series brings and see what happens there. But I just kind of want it to feel like how it used to feel. So that's exciting to me. That's what I got to say about it. Rusty Davis back for the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, which is really exciting. And maybe he will also bring back the Christmas episode. Hello, Marco's mum. That's my big Doctor Who rant. Anybody else? Anybody else care? Anybody? Doctor Who? No. Jazz D says, I'm excited for the show again. Good. Voltboy C says RTD would make a 10-parter with 11 and 10 sold. I remember watching a behind the scenes thing of David Tennant and Matt Smith on the 50th anniversary, and they were saying they had so much fun that they actually did try and pitch a series where both of them could be in it, and then it would be like episodes, like they'd have a couple of episodes where it was them together and some where it was just them, and that way they could spread the time out without it taking up their actual time. That would have been good. He said, yes, think of good stories. I have faith in it, says Voltboy Steve. BBC iPlayer exclusive then. What are we talking about? BBC 3, I think, is only an online channel. I think you're right. And you do have to have... I normally watch everything on BBC iPlayer, to be fair. So yeah, that's my big highlight of the week. So let us go on to... Let's do the journalistic report. I'm just going to have a swig of my iron brew quickly while we all think about things. Think about it, alien, slime. Think about it. Joe Victor saying, I remember back when big stuff happened on Doctor Who. It was an event back then. Stuff like Rose's last regular episode, Donald's last episode. We talked about it in the school, and it was on the news. It definitely was. Got any gaming or viewing plans for Spooktober? No, what happens? Is Spooktober like a thing? Or are you just calling it Spooktober because it's like October? I don't. Should I have some plans? I will think about plans. I mean, I have like real life plans, but... Okay, so, at the weekend, I went to a family birthday party, and it was the first time I'd seen the extended family since way before the pandemic, because we don't like hang out with, like, you know, cousins of cousins that often, so it'd been a good 3 years. And the funny thing is, when I did arrive, my cousin, the one whose birthday it was his 70th birthday, he did actually say to me, oh, hi Lucy, so how did you find lockdown? And I was like, how do you answer that question? Do you tell the truth? Actually, it was horrific and awful, but thanks for asking. Hope yours was better. I was just like, yeah, it was okay. Like, what? How was your lockdown? Boring. I didn't do any sour bread making. Anyway, so, you know, we were talking... So me and my brother and sisters, we're like the middle range. So, and there's quite a gap between me and the next people up. So I think the next people up are like 50s. So it's just we're the only like 30s and 20s. So then later on shuffled in the children, much like I remember shuffling in when I was the awkward teenager children. So the kids were from about like 14 to 3. This is the age range we're working with. Well, he's not really my cousin. He's my cousin's cousin. Well, no, hang on, that doesn't make sense. No, he's my mum's cousin, which makes him my second cousin removed or something. No, he is related to me. I don't understand. We just call anybody who's related to my mum our cousin. It's just as easier. So, you should have recommended watching Lockin' It Down with Lucy. Well, don't worry, I did get one of them to subscribe. If you're watching, Kenzie, hello. I doubt he's watching. He shouldn't be watching. So, anyway, they were 14 and 9, and... I think the other one was 8, or was he 10? But I didn't really speak to the other one. And then there was a 3-year-old. So I saw them all shuffle in. They didn't really know what to do. And I was like, you know what? Did my tie. Not that I was wearing a tie. I'm going to go over and be the cool cousin who's going to talk to the kids now. And they're either going to think that I'm cool, or they're going to think, oh my god, this old woman is speaking to me. What the hell? Please get away. This is so awkward. Never speak to me again. So I went over. And I did the awkward older cousin thing that you hated when you were a kid. I was like, hey guys, you probably don't remember me because you were all really young when I met you last time, but I remember you. Dumbfounded faces, like, crickets. And I was like, oh yeah, because you were just a baby when I saw you last. Cricket faces. And then I was like, well, you know what? I remember last time when I spoke to the older one who was about 10. He wouldn't shut up about Fortnite. So I was like, well, you guys still play games? And then that sort of opened the floodgates. The oldest one started speaking to me, and I was like, okay, we're getting some things. And then I had to be like, well, my name's Lucy. Oh my god, there was a really funny moment that happened. So I was sitting next to my brother. I just remembered this now. And so the 9-year-old got quite into me and my brother, like, talking about games and stuff. And so my brother went off to go to the toilet, and the 9-year-old, he didn't really know our names very well. So then he goes to me, was like, "Where did that man go?" And I was like, "Man? There was a man here?" And then I realised it was Owen, my brother. And I was like, "Oh yeah, he's a man to him." I mean, he is a man, but it was like such a weird thing for someone to, like, I was like, I never really considered him a man, but I suppose if you're 27-year-olds, you are a man. But anyway, I was like, "Oh, the man, he's gone to the toilet." Anyway, so we were chatting to the kids. So this is what the kids are into, everybody, in case you wanted to know and feel incredibly old. So yes, they do still play Fortnite religiously. I can't believe how much Fortnite is still over. But it still gets people that are like, "Do you play Fortnite?" I was like, "Absolutely not. I'm rubbish." And they're like, "Oh, she's rubbish." And I was like, "Well, yeah." They're also playing Minecraft still. I didn't know the kids like Fortnite I expected, but I thought Minecraft might have died out by now. But no, the kids are still playing Minecraft. Should have convinced him that the man was a ghost. He will be a boy to you for your entire life. Well, yeah. I mean, God, it's weird. Anyway, so... And they're also playing, the young one was also playing that Roblox. Is it Roblox? Roblox, he had a t-shirt which was Roblox. And I was like, oh, okay, so top on the kids list, still Fortnite, still Minecraft, and still, what was the other one? Roblox, and GTA 5. The kids are still playing. So you know how you're like, how is GTA 5 still selling? It's the next generation. They're all coming up and they're playing GTA 5. But I thought it was quite cool because they would play GTA online with their dad who doesn't live with them. So I think it was a nice way for them to just muck about and just chat with him on voice chat. So I was like, that's really sweet. They get to do that together. I mean, I was playing GTA. Like, I remember when my sister was like, "They play GTA," and I was like, "Lest we forget, Imogen, you were also playing GTA when you were like 8. Remember, we made you run someone over?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, I suppose." Everyone did it. So yeah, and the other thing I found out, yeah, GTA 5 what last? No FIFA. No FIFA was brought up. I'm not sure if they even watch football. They do watch a lot of anime. So the 14-year-old was very keen to keep telling me about all the anime that he was watching. So he'd get up a clip and be like, "So there's this anime and this character, he can go invisible and then punch people." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Absolutely no idea what was going on, but I just nodded and appreciated that he was very interested in it and wanted to share his love with me. And I was like, "Cool." Absolutely no clue. And he's like, "Have you seen this anime?" And I was like, "Nope." Then the other one, so that they were all very much on their phones, which is quite funny. The other one shoves the phone into my face and I was like, "Hey, have you watched this YouTube video?" Because he was very into YouTube and it was like, it was very odd. I don't even know how he found these things on YouTube. One of them was like these, I'm going to say like older teen, young adult boys just being stupid in their house. You know how you get those YouTube videos where it's like, "Hi, today we're going to do this." A bit like Viva La Bam / Jackass, but on YouTube. And they had like put electric things on them and then wired themselves up to voodoo dolls, and then they would spin the wheel, and then the wheel would decide which voodoo doll gets the electric shock, and so then they would be shocked, and it was like, blah, and they would go, "Blah." And I was like, how have you found this? So they only have PS4s, I found out, and one of them had an Xbox, which I frowned upon. So then I did, to the one that was really into YouTube, I was like, "Hey, what if I told you I'm on YouTube?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Yeah." So I typed it in and he was like, "Oh my God." And then he kept playing it out loud and I was just like, whoa, we don't need to play them out loud. Also, I'm not sure if I'm like rated U for Universal. I'm PG, 12A at best, remember? Anyway, so he was like, wow. And then he kept getting his camera and kept filming me. I'm like, "Can you make a YouTube video?" Which I thought was quite sweet. So I would go, "Hey everybody, it's Lucy here live at the Cousins Do. We're talking to Kenzie." And he was like, he loved it. Oh, the kids loved me. God, what can I say? I'm a kids person. I went over as a stuffy old person, came out the coolest cat in the room. So anyway, he was all over it. He enjoyed that a lot. And then I found out that the kids loved the superheroes. Now, I don't quite understand how the kids get into the superheroes when all of these films are at least 15. The 3-year-old loved Captain America. He'd be like, "Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man." And I was like, this is too cute. So the other one, the 9-year-old, gets up some clips of the Marvel films for the 3-year-old to watch on YouTube. And I'm like side-eyeing these videos, being like, what are you showing him? And he got like the bit in, what is it, Winter Soldier? Or is it Civil War? I think it's Winter Soldier. You know when Spider-Man teams up with Captain America? 3-year-old went wild. 3-year-old loved it. He was like, because he was like, "Spider-Man, Captain America." Oh, they would love Spider-Man on PS4. I did recommend that to them. They would love swinging around. Anyway, and then the 9-year-old takes the phone and goes, hey, spoiler alert, everybody. He goes, hey, do you want to see when Iron Man dies? And I was like, whoa! Firstly, spoilers for the poor kid. And secondly, he loves Iron Man. You're not going to show him when he dies. But he showed him it anyway. And I was like, But I don't think the 3-year-old quite understood what was happening, because the death isn't really like, the death's a little bit more, toned down. But I was like, maybe you shouldn't be spoiling this for the poor child. So yeah, then that led into me having to commission... I was commissioned to draw these superheroes, and so one of them would be like, can you draw Spider-Man? I was like, not really, but let's go for it. And then they would take it to the 3-year-old to see if the 3-year-old would know what I have drawn. Sometimes I think the 3-year-old did know Spider-Man. When my picture of Spider-Man got the seal of approval, he went, Spider-Man! And I was like, yes! The other ones, he sort of went, just put them down. wasn't too interested in Captain America like Drew, Thor or Loki, the array that I tried to draw. So that's what the kids are doing. They're watching a hell of a lot of YouTube and still into the superheroes. And yeah, I look forward to seeing more of what they do. He did want to play GTA 5 with me, and I was like, I've done my fill of that game, no offence. And then he wanted to come for a sleepover, and I was like, I think my days of sleepovers are done, but I appreciate it. So there we go, everybody. I just mingle with the kids. That's the kid report. What are 14 to 3-year-olds up to these days? That's what they're up to. I don't know if anybody else has any children that they converse with, but I thought it was quite fun, actually. I was quite into it. Yes. What is your opinion of Sony buying Blue Point Games? I think this is great. I'm looking forward to see what they do. Good, yeah. Sleepovers when you never sleep. Yeah, exactly. Jamie says he was teaching him how to deal with grief. Yes, an important life lesson to learn at such a young age. What is my favourite superhero? Batman. Yeah, but they were all about Marvel. You tried to talk to them about anything else, they were like, very much Marvel is king at the moment to the kids. That's the other thing as well. I also did get a crushing bit of information when I asked them, as part of my journalistic integrity, I said, so, hey, because they were asking what I play, and I was like, well, I play a game called Uncharted, and the 14-year-old goes, oh, yeah, I've heard of that. That's kind of an old game, isn't it? Oh, crushed by the old game. So Uncharted is old, everybody. I'm pretty sure like Minecraft is like not even that much younger than Uncharted, but yeah, I think most of the games I play are probably too old, too advanced. One day I shall bring them when they're a bit older. I'll be like, well, sit down here, Sonny. I'm about to show you what the real video games are. Woohoo! For some reason, I'll talk like this when I'm older, and they won't think it's creepy at all. Like this little old game Uncharted. Woohoo! Oh, Nathan Drake, boy, oh boy, what a dude! You're gonna love him. They're like, this is well boring. So we shall see. Newsflash, we're old. Oh God, the young minds can't comprehend the deep stories. Oh, you wait until I show a Mass Effect. Boop 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 boop. No, they're a bit too young to Mass Effect. I wouldn't do that. Did you play the new Life is Strange yet? No, not yet. I'm gonna wait until the time calls for it. I work in a school and I talk to 7 to 11-year-olds all the time, says Jamie. Oh, okay, interesting. Just my nephews, exactly the same report, essentially, says Steve. So there we go. Older Lucy lost the teeth in literally half her mouth. She did. It's been a hard life. She got in a fight with Batman, and he was like, "Bah!" And I was like, anyway. Speaking of Mass Effect, segue, let's get on to the main topic of the show, which is Mass Effect. So firstly, I want to show for you clip of the week. It's a late clip of the week, but again, nothing really happened. I was supposed to film Japes and I didn't, so I thought I would show you when I started Mass Effect 2. So we're going to go a bit forwards in time, and then we're going to go back to the time. It's a bit like Back to the Future here on the channel. Alright, so this is me playing Mass Effect 2, exploring the Normandy for a bit, and you'll be excited to see that I answer my emails in Mass Effect 2 exactly the same way that I answer my emails in real life. Enjoy clip of the week.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be an infiltrator. Woo! Yeah, they healed my scars. That's mental. Ooh, okay. Captain. Yeah, let's go to the captain's cabin. Let's see what we're working with here. See where I'm gonna have. This is so much better than my check my emails. Oh, bugger off. It's like coming back from holiday and you've got a billion emails to read. Oh, Jesus. Who are you? Hello, Commander Shepard. Thank you for submitting your updated medical documentation. Your status has been changed from deceased to alive after deducting. No chance the rumors are true and you actually are alive. I need you to come and talk to us. Sit down! What's changed in the last 2 years? You put us on top and it's for saying that you can marks red. Oh God, my boss is emailing me now. Shepard, we've reached an agreement with the veteran mercenary. Oh yeah. We need to do that. Oh God, you have to stop emailing me. Jesus, go away. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. No messages. Archive messages. Okay. Yeah, I want to see Anderson. Oh, look what a picture of. A picture of Liara because I love her so much. Well, sorry, Liara, I'm cheating on you with Garrus now. What's it? Oh, fishies. Ooh. Oh my God! Yes! It's my song! From Mass Effect 1, here we go. Love. The commanding officer is assured. Exo Pressy has been traveling to uncharted worlds, searching in the Mego. What we'll find, no one really knows. Only time will tell us so. Oh, dropped to anomaly, hit to the anomaly, searching debris, a mine, or oh shit, there's a fresh on mall. We got robot monkeys, frozen dead bodies. If it's out there, chef will find it now. Patching you through to Admiral Hackett. Oh, brilliant! What a great song this is. Absolutely love it. What's next on the radio? Oh, what's this? This isn't my song. That's a different song. Brilliant. Now all the music's playing. What? Does Edie never leave me alone? Edie, why don't you? This is my personal quarters, and Edie's gonna frickin' talk to me here.
What were the odds, everybody, that I would turn on the radio and my old tune, Uncharted Worlds, was playing? Boo 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 boo. But did you see how quick the loading times were when you went up and down the ship? I remember this used to take a long time. I would pick up my phone every single time whenever I would go anywhere in that ship. But this boom boom boom. I forgot we had that amazing captain's area that we could hang out and decorate, so very much looking forward to it. We will get back to Mass Effect 2 impressions later. That was my first time going to the captain's quarters, that's why there wasn't anything there. But for now, let's look at our Mass Effect 1 review. Also, I want to say as well, this was a great comment by Terrence. You can't carry over your scars from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2. I quite like that as just you can't carry over your scars. That I don't know why, that just got me in a deep place. I liked it a lot. So yeah, let's have a look. My review of Mass Effect 1. Sorry, I'm just getting up. Here we go. Let's put some gameplay in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud and covering what I'm going to say. So, at the moment we're just looking at some time in the Citadel. So I have indeed completed Mass Effect 1. And look at my Commander Shepard, old fish face over there. She looks a little bit weirder in number 2. I was hoping I could get rid of this garish lip gloss in number 2, but it wouldn't let me. That was a mistake, and I hate it. But we can't do anything. Yes, it's Mr. Buttier, I believe. So yeah, let's see. Where do I even begin? Okay, I'm going to start with, I love this game. Don't worry, no spoilers. I'm not going to talk into spoilers because I feel like I can get through this without having to spoil anything. So why do I love Mass Effect 1? I don't know, to be honest. There's some sort of deep love. This is great. Why do I love Mass Effect? I don't know. 10 out of 10, Lucy. Ship it. Ship the review. I like the simplistic nature of it. It seems a lot more, I don't know, like, the gameplay is quite... Oh, this guy's a right tool. He's a freaking human hater, and I hate this dick. Ugh, God, you'll see him saying. Anyway, so at the moment we're just walking around talking in the Citadel. I love this part of the game. There's like talking, there's shooting, there's exploring, and there's epic missioning happening. I love it all. I love it all. The Citadel. I love the Citadel in this game. The music in the Citadel as well is great. I can't get enough of the Citadel. I just can't get enough. Like, I'm walking around, I'm talking to all the alien races. The Hanar. This one finds you interesting. The Elcor. Pleased remark. Yes. Thank you for asking about our history. Just learning about the aliens. When I first step on the Citadel, I'm always like amazed with how amazing this is. I'm like, epic missioning happening. Yeah, so you go around, you get everything, and then you talk to people, and then you go off and do it. Like, look at my command ship. I do miss a little eyebrow thing now that I suppose, you know, Cerberus have cleaned that up on me. But yeah, the gameplay, as I was saying, is quite simplistic. You know, you go around, you do the thing. The shooting isn't that in-depth. I did think it was weird at first because it's quite stop-starty. I played as a Vanguard, and I thought that was a mistake at first. But I got really into it, having the biotic powers. Look, I'm also going to now just crack this dick's computer, find out what he's really up to, you little human hater. I love all Taurians. Bailey kills the Turian office. Does he? Wow. So yeah, I do have quite extreme yeah, you'll see all sides of Shepard, it's a bit much. So yeah, I love walking around, I love talking, I love getting on the Normandy, chatting to everybody. It's a great old time. But there is depth to the game. You can actually get through it quite simplistically. There's not a lot to it. But then there is a lot of gameplay if you really want to delve into it. Like, all these side missions that you're finding with people, they're all optional, really. Like, it doesn't really matter if you do them or don't do them, but they will carry over to your next game. I got an email from Mr. Bossier when I played Mass Effect 2 before the show. It was great. I was like, yeah, I did help you. People remember what you've done. So yeah, but I do think it's great. It's great for value of, you know, gameplay. And I just liked going around, seeing everybody. Now, I will say that there are bits of the game that aren't as good as the other games. Like, your crew don't have that much, you know, impact, really. Like, you talk to them on the ship and everything. Like, this is because this is at the beginning of the game. I've only just recruited Garrus, and I've got Ashley. A little bit dicey bringing Ashley to the Citadel, but I didn't have any other choice. So yeah, you don't get that much out of your companions. Like, you go speak to them on the Normandy. They do have side quests, but they're not, like, overt. Like, I just went somewhere and I picked up Rex's grandfather's armour, and it was like, and oh, you get a little piece of paper, a little pop-up on screen that says Rex smiles happily down at the armour, and I was like, oh yeah. So I like doing that for the crew, talking to them, see what's up, and obviously the romance stuff, which is very, like, you know, look at it, look at the Citadel, everybody. I'm trying to get, we're not staring at the Commander Shepard's arse, by the way. This was unintentional. I'm trying to get the scope. I want to go to the Citadel in real life. Look at this. Imagine if this was Blue Water. I need to go to a shopping centre where there is water inside the shopping centre, where there are fountains, where there are trees. Why does this not exist yet? This isn't, I mean, I suppose it is far in the future, but I want it. I want this. I want to go here. Look how beautiful this looks. Now, I'm also disappointed in Mass Effect 2 that there is this Citadel. I don't think yet. I don't think we can go to this part of the Citadel, and I'm deeply sad. Like, look, there's a Krogan statue. There's so much lore, so much facts. I want to mingle with the aliens. Look at the Keepers. I love just knowing all this random shit that doesn't mean anything in real life. But if you ask me what a Turian is and if they have problems with the humans because of the First Contact War, I will tell you, because this game has so much depth. If you want depth, if you want to know deeply all this fiction that is nonsensical to anybody else who doesn't watch Mass Effect, then play Mass Effect. Look, this Avira thing. She's going to tell you about the Rachni War. She's going to tell you about the Krogers and the Genophage, and you know what? You're going to listen because it's really, really interesting. I don't know why I'm getting so excited about Mass Effect, but my God, it makes me happy. Now, this part of the game is where you now drive the Mako. There is no angle, no altitude. The Mako cannot, like, you know, go up. This thing, six-wheel driving, is the future, you know, travelling into uncharted worlds, only possible in the Mako. Thankfully, in the Legendary Edition, this is made so much easier. Like, this was painful to play, I remember, in the first Mass Effect. They've made this so much better. I want to mingle with the aliens. Yes, I shall make that a thing. So you drive around, there's a big map, you go exploring, and you just find things. Now, the maps aren't exactly that interesting, but it's just a PlayStation 3 game. It was, but it's still nice. Like, you get, you know, your basic, like, standard quarry-looking world. You get snow world. You get grass world. But it's fun. I never used the speed boost, by the way. I don't know what the speed boost for the Mako is about. But you go around, you got to shoot things. You find these things, and there's like little side missions happening here. All of the complexes look exactly the same, but I like it. I don't know why. This game just makes me so happy. The funny part about this whole thing was I was really sad when I got to the end of the game, and I was like, I just want to play the whole game again. And then I missed a trophy, and I had to play the game again, and I was like, for fuck's sake, I don't want to play the game again. Literally just counteracted myself. But we'll get to that. So I've picked here to just hack this door and to just kill these people. Mako or Hammerhead, Terrence is asking. We'll find out, because I've yet to get on to the Hammerhead in Mass Effect 2. So we're going to bust into this place and we're going to shoot up. So we're going to see some of the combat now. Sirens are on my end. So I have with me Caden and Tally. They bring some... Oh, that's the other thing. I've been knocked on my ass. Who knocks Commander Shepard on their ass? Not today, sir. Get him with the neural shock, Caden. Nice. Neural shock takes him down. Headshots. Commander Shepard is in there. Now Commander Shepard is running through the base. There is no one that she is not going to murder because these biotics need to be taken down. Major Carl has made a major mistake, and who's going to stop it? The first ever human Spectre, Commander Shepard. Look at her. She's no messing about. All business. Tally, she's back there and she's going to hack some AI, but there is no AI because the Geth aren't here right now. We're fighting the biotics. These cultists, we don't stand for cultists. I could have talked it out. I could have, but I came here to murder. So what we're going to do now, we're going to, slapped him right on his ass. Look at you. Ha ha, you're dead. Nothing else matters. We're going to go upstairs now and we're going to murder some more people. Look at that. We can take cover if we want. I love it. Your shield's down. Your medi-gel up when people get hurt. It's so much simpler. I feel like Mass Effect 2 is much more complicated. Right now, this is just on normal, but I'm beefed up, everybody, because what you do, we'll see in a second as I go through it, you go into your menus and you have to, like, look at all your weapons. This is the part of the admin of the game, but I quite like the admin. What we're going to do now, we are going to lift him, take him away, and murder him. Brilliant. When you get these combos going, I love it. Hit him with a bit of the overload. So sometimes I like to do a bit of singularity and then also hit them with something else and you're just murdering people left, right and centre. I love it. Let's open that medikit. Let's get some stuff together. Now what we're going to do now, I think we've got to go downstairs because there's one more person. Now, there is an annoying thing I do find. You can spend a lot of time in the menus sorting out your pockets. So you pick up a lot of stuff. You pick up a lot of... what are they called? Upgrades, ammo things that you can put onto your outfits and that you can put onto your guns. You will spend a lot of time comparing, contrasting, but don't forget, every time you pick up more things, your old things are now old. Old things are old. So you have to like keep constantly checking what everybody's like got going on so that everybody's got the latest gear. So sometimes before you go on a mission, it does feel like being everybody's mum. I will go to the lockers and just get everyone dressed for school that day. I don't have a clip of it here, but you go to the Normandy, everyone's got a locker and you go to their locker. You can do it in the menus, but you go to the locker and I'm like, right, what are you going to wear, Tally? Have you got your school uniform? What about your grenades? Are your grenades upgraded? Have you got your packed lunch? You get them all dressed for school and then off you go. You're good for the day. Now, don't forget, you, Commander Shepard, need the best gear. So make sure, here we go, we're going to look at it now. Here's the equipment area. Oh, squad. Oh, yeah, so this is the RPG elements. You're going to level up all your stuff here. That's everything I've got. Look how charming I am. Commander Shepard. I should go. Oh, look, I've got to do things. I'm going to make it into Omnigel. I don't even know what Omnigel is. I just imagine rubbing gel onto my Mako. That's not a euphemism. As I said, well, there we go. We're now looking at all the things. Look how powerful these guns are. You put all the upgrades on. It's great. It does take a bit of time. Has Tally got her Dextra lunch? We have to make sure. I don't know if this amount of depth is in the other games. So this is why I feel that this one is quite different to all the other things, all the other Mass Effects. We're going to find out. I'm going to keep this Mass Effect going. You know, we're on this ride together, ladies and gentlemen. So... also, I just want to give a shout out to the end of the game, which is so goddamn good. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but every time I play it, I forget how much the end ramps up. And, here we are on the ice world. It properly ramps up, it gets so exciting, and something happens that I'm like, oh, what a genius idea this is. I love it. I love the end of the game. There's like heroic bits where you feel like an actual badass when you... beat the game, there's something happens, you make a choice. Oh my god. The council are so annoying every time. There we are, discovering dead bodies. This was the inspiration. We got frozen dead bodies, undead monkeys or whatever. That smirk on Shepard's face. This one is less of an action RPG. Yeah, exactly. God, there's something about this game, like I was saying, I'm just in love with it. I love it. It's so simple. but it's so good. Like, I've even got hazard levels. It's almost like No Man's Sky happening here. I've got to survey the minerals. Why I've got to do that, I don't actually know. I have no idea what this goes towards. The council was so dumb. At the end of every mission, they're like, do you want me to patch through the council? I'm like, absolutely not. I'd rather speak to anybody else but the council. They always have a go at you. They're never happy. So I'm just like, Sodom. And there's a big thing that there's a lot of moments where you got to make decisions, and they will carry on throughout the game. Oh, I love it. I'm just going to skip to the end of this clip, because at the end of this clip, something interesting happens. Where is the clip? Where is clip? I'm going to shut up as well, because now we're going to fight a fresher mole. I think it happens. Oh yeah, look, I saw this lot. Let me just be quiet. Let's just listen to the clip.
Fuck, I knew it. I knew there'd be a fresher mole. I hate these fuckers.
They're really hard, by the way.
Oh god, I hate it.
And I'm also singing to myself, as one does. Look at this thing is really difficult. I died almost immediately. I don't know what this stuff does, but that it shoots out. Let's move along a bit more.
I can't afford another hit. I told you I couldn't afford another hit.
Critical mission failure. Wap, wap, wap. So there we go. Now let's have a look at the trophy guide. Where are we going? We're going to go to this. Oh, that's me. So let's have a look at the trophies, because everybody, I did it finally. I managed to get the platinum in Mass Effect. Now, it's not the original platinum, obviously. I did have a look at that one, because I thought, oh man, after getting the Mass Effect 1 Legendary Platinum, I can 100% get the original Mass Effect Platinum. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot. Now, this is a really, really easy trophy to get, by the way. It's a very, very small. I almost did it without having to even do anything. So I don't think there are any hidden trophies. So most of it you'll get just from playing the game. The only thing you need to really be wary of are doing all of the skills. But you can get all the skills very easily, because unlike the first game, so in the first game you had this exact same thing. You had to use biotic status 25 times, but in the original game it was use it 75 times, and you had to use it as Commander Shepard, whereas in this game you using it as your teammates counts towards your trophy. So it was infinitely easier. So I would go on all those side quests and I would just mix up the companions, which was quite fun, and make sure to do the things, and that way you got a more interesting gameplay anyway, because now you're like, oh, I need to use AI hacking, let's take Tally, and now there's Geth here, we'll see what that's about, use a bit of this, that and the other. I thought it was really interesting. I really liked it. So I sort of ended up getting all of these just as and when, going to the Uncharted worlds. Of course you want to travel to those Uncharted worlds. Doing the missions, these came with your allies. This came really simply. In Mass Effect, a tip for those of you who've not played it, you get to pick either be Paragon, which is good, or Renegade, which is bad. Now, I will always say you should probably stick to one or the other. Much like Infamous, if you're going to be Paragon, be Paragon. If you're going to be Renegade, just be Renegade. And then you'll easily get this trophy, which is about accumulating 75% of the possible Paragon or Renegade points. Then we got some, ones that come with the old story. So yeah, basically the only trophy I was missing by the end of it, when I got to the end of the game, as long as you're just mindful of what you're doing, was this archivist. Find all of the primary alien races. Now there's 2 missable ones, which is why I had to play the beginning of the game again, much to my chagrin, even though when I finished the game I was like, oh, I'm so sad it's going to be over. What, I have to play the first 3 hours of the game again? Absolutely not. But it wasn't too bad. I just mainlined it, went through and got those, and it was pretty easy once you knew what I'm doing. Honestly, I would give the difficulty of this like a 2 out of 10. Why have more people not got this? Probably because they weren't prepared. Probably because they didn't travel to all the Uncharted worlds. Let's have a look. Order. Rarity. What are people not getting? Why are people not playing with everybody? It's not that difficult. Mix up the parties, and then you're definitely going to get it. So, Robert Wall says, I have the original Mass Effect 100%, but the grind was real. Wow, you did it. I honestly can't. Yeah, to reach level 60 was nearly 3 playthroughs on its own. Look, let's have a look, everybody. Let's go back to the original Mass Effect, and you can see the difference. The other one is an incredibly arduous grind that I'm never going to do. There it is, Mass Effect. Oh, I played it on the 3rd of July 2016. Oh, this game makes me so happy. And it's funny because this was the last game that I did play out of the Mass Effects. So you pretty much got the same kind of things here. You don't have to do Insanity anymore on the new one. Look at this, 150. Like, I don't even think you could use the other weapons in the other games, whereas I had a full, a full array of weapons. Oh, I did. Oh, I managed to get all the races. I must have just done it again. Exceed these credits, kill these enemies. I didn't even do this. Complete. Wow, it's not even complete 5 missions. It's complete the majority of the game. That's so many playthroughs. Reach level 60. I wanted to get this trophy so badly. Oh my god, you have to do Paragon and Renegade. This is outrageous. 6.9%. What's this? 37%. You can see the difference right there, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years ago, I played it in 2 months, whereas this, I got the platinum in 2 weeks and 1 day. Yeah, it still remains on my list of trophies that I'm never ever going to get. Shout out to you if you have the original Mass Effect. Why am I not going to go for 100% on the old Mass Effect, says Gilmero. This is why. Are you not reading what I'm reading? This is ridiculous. Do I need to get the trophy logbook out again where I thought about it? I wrote a plan about how I was going to do it, but I don't know if I have enough lifespan to do this. I don't know if I want to waste my lifespan on this. As much as I would love to do it. God, can you imagine playing the game on Insanity? Also, it would be really hard to go back and play it now in 30 frames per second. I just thought about that. That would be hard. Always wanted to go for the Mass Effect Trilogy plats, but I heard the PS4 versions are easy and they run best, so I'll go for them. Yes, I technically did the old Mass Effect 1 twice, but it was worth every second. Wow. Beth's late. You're going to get detention for being late. I called you out earlier in the show. But yeah, I'm actually 30, but there's more adventures out there for me, and I just don't know if I can go back to the old version. So yeah, that's my seal of approval. Mass Effect, good game. Mass Effect 2, we shall get to in the coming days, hopefully. My journey has only just begun. What are my thoughts on Mass Effect 2, primarily? Is that how you say it, primarily? So, played Mass Effect 2 for the first time, which was the first time I ever played a Mass Effect game. Now playing it a second time, the beginning of the game hit better for me, because you're in the Normandy, and now you recognise the ship, and so whatever's happening is happening, and you're like, oh, I recognise this area, and then you're walking around the new Normandy, and you're like, oh, this is where Blank used to hang out. It is a bit weird that all your crew aren't there anymore. Also, the colour scheme is weird. I like the blue of Mass Effect 1. This orange is too garish for my eyeballs. Also, there's now thermal clips, which is like ammo. I just liked the heatsink thing, but now you have to pick up ammo for your guns, which I don't know, I've not done much shooting yet. Also, the Citadel, not in it, which is a big but now I'm at Omega, which is like fine. I suppose it's like another Citadel, I suppose. But yeah, I shall see how it goes. I can't remember who are my go-to squad members other than Garrus in Mass Effect 2, so I'm very curious. I do know that the end of Mass Effect 2 is top tier, so I cannot wait to get to that bit. My love knows no bounds for Mass Effect. I keep forgetting how much I love this game until I play it again, and oh yeah, don't ask about what happened earlier, Bethany. So there we go, those are my thoughts. Have I got any other Mass Effect 2 thoughts? Hopefully the platinum will be doable. Also, there's that weird, the reloading works better in my opinion. Interesting. An interesting opinion, Rod Boy Steve. Ian says Legendary Edition Platinums are all easy. Okay, that's good, because I plan on getting them all. Whoop, whoop. So yeah, I'm going to play some more of that at the weekend, and see how we get along. Suicide Mission music is so good. I can't remember what it is. Citadel is tiny in Mass Effect 2. Sad face, says Dusty. I love the Citadel. If I become a philanthropist and a millionaire and a billionaire and I take over Jeffrey Bezos, do you know what I'm doing with all the money? No, I'm not going to give it to charity. I'm going to build the Citadel. So yeah, watch out for that in the coming future. Sorry everybody that needs money. I'm going to build a massive space station that has water and trees inside and shops, and maybe I'll hire some aliens. Exciting times to be alive, right? Okay, that's all I got for you on Mass Effect. The other thing I want to quickly talk about, if I just take a sip of the old water. I am a monster. Oh, that cup is so sticky. I did watch as well on Channel 4 a TV show called Help, which was about like COVID. It's quite weird to be watching something about COVID, even though we're still in it. What it was like being a care worker during the COVID times. And I just wanted to briefly touch on this because I think it's a very interesting watch. It's got Jodie Comer in it. It's on Channel 4, so I don't know if anyone outside of the UK can watch it. It's about 90 minutes long. And it was just so weird, like, watching something that almost felt like the beginnings of a horror film. And then I had to sort of be like, hang on a minute, we actually lived through that. Which was kind of a scary thought. It was like, oh god. Joe saying Help was so good. I love both actors. I didn't know the other guy, but I knew Jodie. But yeah, it was quite harrowing, but also really eye-opening. That I don't know, it's so weird. Like, watching back the things that happened, you forget that really happened. Like, people just having to be shut, because it's care homes, it's like elderly people, and I thought it was just really sad, because at one point they're like, okay, all the residents need to just be locked in their rooms because obviously they're not allowed to mingle. And I was like, imagine having like Alzheimer's and being told that you just have to sit in this one room. That's awful, but that's like what happened. Like, at least I could leave this room to walk to the shops. So yeah, it was quite interesting. There was one bit in particular, I'm not going to spoil it, but it was a very long sequence. I'm really curious as to whether they filmed the whole thing in one take, because it looked like it, but they could have done some clever camera trickery to, because the lights flicker on and off, so when the lights go off, they could like do a cut and you would never know. But it's like of one of the nights of having to look after one of the residents that has COVID. It was really quite interesting. Yeah, so I'm guessing more COVID dramas will be coming out probably over our lifetimes, so that's to look forward to see. And also, it just makes you think how shit it was all handled, and how it's weird as well hearing back the things that happened at the time, thinking, oh okay, and now you know that no, that was bullshit. Yeah, I don't know, interesting. So I thought I just wanted to touch on that in case nobody has watched it. It's Help on Channel 4. Yeah, give it a watch. So now that we're getting close to the end of the show. I've not watched the movie Contagion, but I'm terribly scared to watch it because it feels a little too real. So I think I'll save what I was going to do for another show, but I just have one more thing for you. If you haven't seen it, check out Black Mirror. Great series, a lot of social commentary. I've seen a couple of episodes, some good, some bad. Not really sure if I want to watch all of them. Some of them get a bit weird. I think my favourite one was just a nice one, which was San Junipero, where those two girls get together and it's like, ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? I thought that was good. That was wholesome. The others were left you being like, oh my god. I mean, I get that's the point. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for some light-hearted stuff. What are people saying? Do people in the chat like Squid Game? I've heard about it. Not sure if I want to watch it. Thoughts? Anybody? No, it's Squid Game. Shut Up and Dance. I've not watched The White Bear. I have watched Shut Up and Dance, which was terrifying. Fun fact, the director of Contagion is a client at the film I work at, says Jonathan M. Nice. So yeah, I'm looking, now that I've finished most of my Let's Play things that I'm watching, I need to watch something else. Terrence says hearing the things that are happening right now is effed up. Yeah, it is. I don't know what kind of delay you guys are on. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like to just jump on the bandwagon of things, but if there's something that's truly good, I'll watch it. I also saw the next trailer for Stranger Things season 4, which looked interesting. So, right, let's move on then to just watch Takeshi's Castle reruns. Always cheers you. I do like a bit of Takeshi's Castle. I made a video a long time ago. Here we are for the end of the show. I'm going to roast my own old video. Are you a Harry Potter fan? I am a Harry Potter fan. Wait. Jodie Comer's boss in Help was Professor Quirrell. No way! USS Callister is a great Black Mirror. Is that the one where the guy puts them all on that spaceship? I think I've definitely watched that one. And then at the end, he, if you know what that means, try Afterlife on Netflix. Oh, okay. So we watched back, and you're going to beat us, are you? Says Bethany. Hell yeah! Wow, you're on quite the delay. Squid Game is brilliant. Interesting. Okay, maybe I'll try it. I'm not really sure what it is about. I'll look into it. Gladiators, I remember that. So, way back in the day, when I was a little youngster, one of the things I wanted to do was to become a Blue Peter presenter, and I filmed a whole video and submitted it. Obviously, it didn't work out, but I dug out the old video that I did submit, and we're going to watch it together. And I'm going to cringe at it, or maybe I should have got my headphones for this. Hold up, and that'll be... Oh. There we go, so that I can listen. I was saying Squid Game is really good. But what's it about? I don't know. What is it about? I don't know. Keeping up. I know, it's gonna be proper cringy. Bethany is like, oh my god, yes. So let's watch it together. It's at least like 4 minutes long. And this is me thinking that I could be a Blue Peter presenter. You had to talk about yourself and then film yourself sort of making something. So we're gonna have to go back to the Mass Effect clip quickly, but bear with me.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go.
Hi, I'm Lucy, I'm 22 years old, and I would love to become the next Blue Peter presenter, basically because you get to combine all of these crazy skills into one epic role. You get to explore new places, become an adventurer, talk to kids and animals, and learn about how stuff is made, which I find really interesting. So basically it's a chance to never have to grow up. And do I want to become a professional big kid? Yeah, I do. So something I've loved doing ever since I was small was being creative and making stuff. And I've just made a ton of gifts for friends over the years. And still to this day, me and my best friend, we get together and bounce ideas off each other. And she has a crazy collection of things to make with. Anything you want to make something with, she has it. And she taught me to look at envelopes in a totally different way. But for now, that's on a need-to-know basis. Not only do I enjoy making these things, but I find it fascinating seeing how they're created. So I'm always watching behind-the-scenes programs of my favourite films or TV shows, which kind of brought me on to doing the university course I do now, which is multimedia technologies, where you basically just get to make stuff, which is awesome. I've made things like websites to animations, and I'm currently in the middle of a group project where we're making a robot. So I'm here at Robot HQ in the very top secret location where me and our team
I really wanted to do that shot so badly.
And all this stuff. So to make our monster come alive, we're going to be using this, which is an Arduino, where you plug in all the wires and you can add lights and motors to it, and it's basically a computer chip and you can code it. And then we're going to be using this, our Monster Guide Bible, to hopefully create something that'll be cute and interactive. So the tech wizards have been working on the coding and setting up the Arduino, so now hopefully when I put my hand on the temperature sensor, these lights should change depending on how hot or cold I am.
I still have a lot of these clothes.
This is the live test. Polly, what? You're hotter than me. Go for it.
You're hotter than me, Polly, obviously. It wasn't working.
And there we go. Polly's really hot for some unknown reason, so she just blinks all the lights up. So that was more of the technical side of how we're going to build this, and today I'm making a small prototype of our plan A of what the monster will actually look like, and we're hoping for it to pop out of a box, which is going to be slightly more complicated, but hopefully the prototype will tell us whether it's possible or not. So I'm using the template in here, and I've cut out the shapes using some old clothes, and yes, I did ask the clothes wearers permission beforehand, so now it's time to sew it
so
together.
funny, Lucy.
So I've sewn the two halves of the base together, and hopefully in the bottom one the Arduino will sit there to give the whole thing some weight. And then to protect it, we're going to use some toy stuffing, which was kindly donated to us.
Oh God,
so I've sewn the two halves of the cube together, and they kind of make a cube shape like that. I kind of overstuffed this one, but I couldn't help myself. So now it's time to sew the monster on, and this one is just going to be flat for now, but the real one will have all its wires going in it and stuff. So I've now stitched the whole thing together and added a little button to keep the whole thing compact, so that when you open it, the monster pops out. But hopefully the real thing will be slightly more impressive than that. But the whole point of this project was to make something interactive, and our monster will have the heat sensor we were looking at the other day in its hand, so that when you touch it, if you're hot, maybe its heart will glow, or if you're cold, it might shiver. So that's the plan. Hopefully we can make it happen, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this 3-minute video about me, Lucy.
Oh my God, I haven't watched that in such a long time. Oh my God. Actually, it's not too bad. I think it's funny that Jose is saying your voice sounds more mature than now. Interesting. Maybe what's happened to me? Where have I gone wrong? So yeah, maybe I could still. Do you think Blue Peter could still want me? Hi everybody, my name's Lucy, and I'm still the same dweeb I was when I was 22. Oh God, cringe. Hold on, not ahead of the times. You didn't get the Blue Peter? No, I did not, sadly. I'm not on your television screens, and that's why I'm here every Thursday on YouTube. Less mature than post-concert Lucy, that's for sure. Wow. Well, I'm glad I dug that out from the archives for you all to enjoy. So there we go. That about brings us to the end of the show. Thank you for coming down that trip of memory lane. And now I got to go through and is Blue Peter still a thing? I'm not sure. Maybe it must be. Blue Peter never dies. So yeah, this has to be so much 2006 CBeebies energy. Oh, you guys are too kind. Thank you. What will happen? Everyone's saying how nice it's that I don't age, which one day you'll see me and I'll be like, it's all caught up with me. Hello, it's me, Lucy, for episode 150 of Lockin' It Down with Lucy. And for some reason I feel like I've become like Davy Jones, and I'm all just like, this is what old Lucy looks like now. She got no teeth. And she likes video games. So yeah, that's to look forward to when I suddenly just melt. just like but yeah, thank you, it's very kind of you to say. So Blue Peter never dies, just like MIA. Who is Blue Peter? Who is Blue Peter? Interesting episode. Right, that's all I've got for you on this week's edition of Lockin' It Down with Lucy. If you've not played Mass Effect, do it. Let's check back in on the poll, because I do want to speak about the poll quickly. And the poll ends in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End poll. Lucy of LudiXP's Locking It Down with Lucy asked you, the chat audience, which do you think is more likely to exist? Aliens or ghosts or neither? And our survey says 79% of you said aliens, 13% said ghosts, and 6% of you said neither. So thank you to all 145 of you that voted. Hopefully one day we will be alive when the aliens do make contact. Now, who would win in a fight? An alien versus a ghost? This is an interesting concept. Let's pick an alien from Mass Effect, someone, any Mass Effect at all, alien at all, and it's going to fight your basic generic ghost. What's going to happen? Ghost goes, ooh, ghost uses spook, alien uses punch, ghost dodges punch because it is see-through, alien is confused, alien uses tech that we don't know to freeze ghost, ghost freezes, alien shoots ghost, bullets go through ghost. How do you beat a ghost? I don't think you can beat a ghost. Krogan versus any ghost, they got the quads. I'm not sure what happens. Literally a battle of mind over matter. How do you... Elcor. Looking disgruntled after bullets have not been done. I think... But then the thing is, what is the ghost going to do? Because the ghost also can't attack the... Is this a fight that just happens forever? It's eternity. Like, hey, what are you watching? Yeah, I'm still watching that alien fight that ghost. That's been going on for 20 years, dude. I know, neither of them can get a hit on the other and none of them are going to die. I guess the alien would probably die. But what about the alien? Well, this alien doesn't die for another 500 years, so we can watch this all day. Oh, sweet. Go get the popcorn. I will watch too. And there they are, just till the end of time. Just... missing each other. Ghost tries to punch. The alien shivers. Because that's what happens when a ghost touches you. It's like, ugh. Is this still the Blue Peter video? No. Why don't you ever see a caveman ghost? That is a good point. They're all Victorian. But maybe ghosts expire. Like maybe, as we said before, maybe there's a ghost expiry date. Like, so you become a ghost and maybe over time your ghostness fades away until eventually... you do just fade away. So maybe the Victorians used to see cavemen like, oh dear, I was just in the basement, Bertel, and you won't believe it. I saw a caveman ghost. Oh, I saw him the other week, dear. He's always hanging around, bashing the pots and pans. Don't let him near the fire, though. He gets very excited. Okay, well, good to know. I'll see you later, Bertrand. I need to go clean the lavatory now. That's what they did back in the frickin' Victorian days. Alien dies and turns into ghost. Plot twist, says Bethany. Great. Why did you turn Italian American? I don't know. The characters just come to me. I don't think of the characters, okay? The characters embody me. Like a weeping angel, when they don't feed, they just get full face apart. Me hearing Lucy's Victorian accent, no different. I don't know what the Victorians sounded like. God, I guess it's all periodic drama, isn't it? Anyway, I am going to end the stream. I need to get out of my sticky clothes and hope that the carpet is still okay. Oh, and I've still got a lot more Iron Brew to drink, but I might save that. Save that for a rainy day. I'm also going to play some Mass Effect, so I'm going to ditch you guys and go hang out in Omega and do some more dancing. So thank you everybody for being part of the chat today. It's lovely to see all your faces, lovely to talk to you. Thank you to Vault Boy Steve and Bethany for doing the mod work, and I shall catch you all next week for another edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. What we'll talk about, who knows, but only a week will tell. I shall see you later. God, this is hard to keep up. Commander Shepard, I should go. One shoulder dance.